How's it going, guys? Welcome to Seconds Out Fight Store's channel. Today's video I'm pretty buzzing to make. I'm a massive Nike fan, I can't lie, both in terms of trainers and boxing boots. So counting down the top 5 Nike boxing boots is probably quite an appropriate video for me to make. Stay to the very end because we've got two notable mentions that definitely can't be left out. Nike have been in the boxing market since about 2006, and over the years there's been some awesome designs. These are my own personal opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think of these along the way and what you would choose as your top 5. And with that, without further ado, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5, we've got the Nike Macho Man Special Edition. These were brought out as part of Nike's Olympic range for the Tokyo 2022 Olympics. They did also do a Hyper KO2 version of this shoe, but for me, the style of the boot, the colours, it just fits the Macho Man so perfectly. They've got so many of Nike's signature colours on them. You can see the Volt round the outside of the swoosh and on the tongue, as well as on the laces. And then you look at the sole, that beautiful, stunning sole, the bright pink colour, and another one of Nike's signature colours, the bright crimson. They were worn by a lot of Team USA in these games, which they didn't do too well in the games medal-wise, but they definitely had some beautiful looking shoes. The Nike Macho Mans are a classic design boxing boot. This was like the original Nike boxing boot. There's a lovely arch in the midsole, just gives you such a beautiful fit. Very lightweight, super comfortable. I've got a pair of these boots myself and I absolutely love them. They also look amazing to swap out the laces as well. There's so many different colours of laces you can use. Definitely one that could not be left off our top 5 list. Coming in at number 4, we're sticking with the Olympic edition, but this is actually a shoe that was brought out after the 2022 Olympics. This is the Hyper KO2 limited edition. So the ones that you probably would have seen in the Olympics is a special edition which matched the Macho Man that we just showed you. These ones were brought out just after and they feature more of Nike's signature colours, including that striking light bone colour, which is kind of a mixture of like eggshell, grey, white. It's a beautiful looking colourway. You see that in a lot of Nike sneakers as well, but it looks, this is the first time they've used it, sorry, in a pair of boxing boots, and it looks awesome. Of course, the beautiful pink colour along the front of the swoosh as well. And then on the other side, we've got the turquoise blue. On the sole, one bit that really stands out, the beautiful pink and blue colourway. Hopefully a part that boxers never really need to see or you've done something wrong. The Hyper KO2 was actually the first boot to use Nike's Flyknit technology, the sock material just here. And they use this in a lot of basketball shoes, running shoes, but this is the first time they used it in their boxing shoe range. And it's like a sock material, just wraps around your leg, amazing. When it comes to support, the Hyper KO2s are completely unmatched. They give you the best support you'll get on any boxing boot. And this limited edition range just looks stunning for me. I'm such a fan of this colourway. Moving on to number 3, away from the Olympic range, but sticking with the Hyper KO2 boot, is the black and white Nike Hyper KO2 boxing boots. These were brought out at the back end of 2023, along with the white with black and the white with bright crimson. And for me, this black-white colour is what the original Hyper KO2 boxing boots in black should have been. When these boots first came out, they were brought out in a black with navy and Volt. It was a nice looking shoe, but the black and white, the clean, simple look of it, it goes with any fight kit, any training kit. Like we said before, Nike's Flyknit technology. This outside skeleton as well, when you're pulling the laces, it just pulls the boot together. Nice long laces, high fit, amazing grip, very simple, stealth mode. We love it. Okay, moving into the business end of the top 5, we've got in at number 2 the Nike Hyper KO1 boxing boots, specifically the white and red Manny Pacquiao design. I'm mega lucky to have these signed. I was after a pair of these for so long. I managed to find one signed on eBay ages ago. I'm delighted I've got them. It's such an iconic shoe. White and red is probably the most famous Nike colourway. They've done so many signature sneakers over the years, and of course these boxing boots. The signature Nike strap across the front, of course, to give you a bit more support on the instep. The Pacquiao branding on the side of the shoe and on the tongue. Just a beautiful all-round boot. It was super close between what was going to be number 2 and number 1. I just have these at number 2, just. Okay, we're down to number 1. We're down to my favourite Nike boxing boots ever made. The best Nike boxing boots ever, in my opinion, are, drumroll please, the Nike Hyper KO1 boxing boots in Volt with pink. These were made for the Rio 2016 Olympics and are absolutely flawless. I'm so happy I have a pair of these. They are a size 4, so unfortunately aren't going to fit my feet, but it does mean I get to keep them nice and fresh and clean and new. They came with a pair of replacement laces, way ahead of their time. I think they're probably the first boxing boots that came with spare laces. when you match these up with the pink, so nice. Now Nike actually done a version previous to this which had the Volt colour on it, but had a gum sole without the pink on it. For me, these extra touches just make the boot completely. The first time they put pink onto their boxing shoes, a colour that is now so popular with Nike boxing boots, but this was the first time they'd done it. And I have a small confession to make. I hate to tell the story, I hate to even think about it, but I have to get it out there. The previous version to these, the Volt with the gum sole, I had a pair of these in the Pacquiao edition. Brand new, unused, and I sold them on eBay for about £80. I'm not happy, I'm not proud, I'm disgusted with myself. Looking back on it now, what was I thinking? Such a legendary shoe. I had one in my possession and I sold it for pennies. I'm absolutely gutted, but I do have a pair of these, which is absolutely brilliant because I love the pink, and I'm just trying to get away from the fact that I sold a pair of Pacquiao edition Volt boots for £80 on eBay. Anyway, let's move on. The Rio Olympics boxing boots, these remain to be one of the most popular shoes until they were discontinued in about 2018, 2019. So, my number one shoe, but we have two notable mentions. Two pairs of boots that I don't have in my possession, unfortunately, but we cannot do a top 5 without mentioning these two amazing pairs of boots. First up, it has to be the original Nike Macho Man boxing boots. The first time we ever saw a pair of Nike boxing boots worn when Manny Pacquiao took on Erik Morales for the third time, all the way back in 2006. Definitely what was modelled on the original Hyper KO1 was that classic Macho Man, and just an iconic boxing boot. Changed the game of boxing shoes forever. Alright, notable mention number 2, a personal favourite of mine. Nothing that happened specifically to change boxing history or to change the boxing shoe game, but just a boxing shoe that I absolutely love the colours of. The Hyper KO1 in blue with gold and white. Manny Pacquiao wore these boots against Shane Mosley in 2011. I think he won that fight by unanimous decision, but the shoes were just, oh, so nice. The colours just matched so good. I would have loved to have seen them as a permanent release. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. They were just made for Pacquiao. And the day I can get my hands on a pair of them, I will be absolutely delighted. So that was our top 5 and our notable mentions. Thank you for watching. You can check out our range of Nike boxing boots on our website, seconds-out.co.uk, where we've got worldwide shipping. And check us out on social media. Subscribe to our channel. We appreciate the support. Thank you again for watching. Much appreciated. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.